welcome to a very special Wrestle Talk show for the Big Daddy Boo Memorial event. It is in 10 days, Friday, October 22nd at 6:30 p.m. in Luttrell, Tennessee at the Luttrell Park. If you guys are ready, I'm ready, and we're going to get started in just a moment. Lance.
First of all, welcome everybody. I want to say a special thanks to El Mariachi's. It's a great place to come and eat. If you've not tried it, you need to. A good friend of mine here is welcome everybody. Say hi to everybody.
Hello, guys.
El Mariachi's is here right off of Manorville Highway. It's right here in the city of Manorville. You're close to everything. You definitely will not be discouraged with their food and their service and their customer service. So I wanted to say to come on and say hey. We appreciate you and we appreciate you all.
Buddy.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you so much. This is a nice place too. I love it.
Thank you, guys.
Yes.
I'm glad you like it. So, and thank you for coming, for your choice this place for come to do this.
Absolutely. We wouldn't have it any other way or anywhere else. So we're going to talk a little bit, get into the wrestling event that's coming up Friday, October 22nd. It's over in Luttrell, Tennessee at 115 Park Road. That's the Luttrell Park there. There's going to be a lot of stars that has a lot of history here in Union County from back when ECB was here and UCW and TWF. You've got myself, you got Jonathan McMurray, you've got Lynn Storm, you've got Tripp, you've got Charles Long, you've got Mike Ogle, Caleb Miracle, Brandon Stone, Brody Cage, Billy Marshall, Violet Adams, White Scorpion, one of the dirtiest players in the game, Jerry Thunder. They don't come any more dirty than that, but he says he's looking for revenge, and I believe he may find it that night. He may have his hands full. I don't know. We'll see. You got the Highwayman Frankie Lane. You got special guest Sonny Fargo. You got Hillbilly Matt. You got K Maga. You got Jay Diddy, Joel Lawson, Mr. Berkeley, AJ, and many, many more. But before we get started about the matches, I want to give you a history of what this show is about, and we're going to try to have this at least yearly. My dad, which was in wrestling for many years, he managed the McGowan Stomper, he managed Lynn Storm, he managed Jesse Ellis, he managed Chester, he's Jimmy Golden, all these different names. He passed away back of this. He'd been gone a year. He lost his life to COVID. This night is about him. It's not about me. It's not about anybody else. But it's about him. And we're all going to honor him that night. There's going to be shirts on sale, Big Daddy Boo Memorial shirts. But when my dad passed, this county lost more than just a manager. He was a public servant. He worked for the ambulance service for years. Then he worked at the sheriff's office, which is where I worked for a long time here in Union County, and spent a lot of time with him. He was a city commissioner. He worked for the Union County Rescue Squad. He was a public servant, and he definitely dedicated his life to Union County. He's terribly, terribly, terribly missed. I think about my dad every day. Also my mother that passed away. They passed away 11 months apart. And, they always say, people say they know what you're going through. They never know what you're going through until they actually lose them. Dad, this one's for you, and I love you. And it's very hard. It's hard to sit here. It's hard to go to that show knowing you're not there. But we're going to do the best we can for you. We're going to honor you, and I'm going to do everything you taught me, and that's give it my all. That's the only way I know how to do. I just wanted to know that, and I want my stepmom to know that, everybody's there to support you too, so we can't leave her out. But again, we're here at El Mariachi's. We got about an hour show. We're going to cover some history. We're going to cover some matches that you're going to see that night. A lot of stipulations. So, talked about that, and we're going to get into the show part. JoJo?
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome here to Wrestle Talk. We're calling it Wrestle Talk, right? Because we are talking about the Big Daddy Boo Memorial event. It's coming up on Friday night, October the 22nd, in Luttrell, Tennessee, at Luttrell Park, and that's located at 115 Park Road in Luttrell, Tennessee. We're going to be under the pavilion that night, so the weather's going to be nice. We got 6 big matches on the card, and I appreciate Lance Blaze being here. And ladies and gentlemen, please welcome here to my right, as seen on TV always, he makes it wild, real wild, Dave Jones. Dave, welcome to the show.
Well, thank you, JoJo, and Lance, condolences. First off, I hated hearing about Big Daddy Boo, and well, I hate hearing about anybody, but I mean, he's such a great guy. And to start off with that, I got to say, I met him when I first met him. He welcomed me to the show. We were up here in the 2-car garage, as they say, and all that. And he's like, what do you need? And I was working for you guys, the whole wrestling team. And he was just like, come on in, the nicest guy ever. Then all of a sudden he comes out and he was the meanest guy ever. So I was like, hey, gosh, what's this?
Yeah.
Hey, he knew his part. He was a great human being to begin with, but he also knew what he was doing a job, and he did that job thoroughly, and it was great. Sorely missed, so I'm just glad to be a part of this. And
glad to have you. Glad to have you. He thought a lot of you. You always done a great job for us. To Dad, you weren't just a production person. You weren't just a stranger. You were family. That's the way my dad was. My dad worked for the sheriff's office, but even the people he arrested would tell you he had a heart of gold. He treated everybody with respect, and he found good in everybody. It didn't matter what they had done. Everybody's got a past, okay? Everybody. But that's just the way my dad was. So I appreciate that, and I appreciate the kind words. And thank you for being here, and thank you for what you do.
Anytime.
JoJo, let's talk about my match while I'm here a little bit. This has been a long time coming. This is a grudge match. This is a bull run street fight, brawl, Falls County, anywhere in Luttrell. You've got myself, Lynn Storm, and Jonathan McMurray. We're wrestling Charles Long, Mike Ogle, and Tripp.
Special stipulation.
Oh yeah, that's what I was getting ready to. In that match, I will tell you this: myself, Jonathan McMurray, and Lynn Storm. If we lose that match, we'll never wrestle in Luttrell, Tennessee again. But if we win, scratch the if. When we win that match in Luttrell, Tennessee, Tripp, big bad Tripp that's been running around town, running that mouth, talking about how he's going to do this and that to everybody, weighing $150 soaking wet. I'm going to snap him like he's a twig. But that's beside the point. When we win that match, right there in Luttrell, Tennessee, on October 22nd, he has to kiss J. Diddy's feet.
Oh, my.
Not his sock, not his shoe, his feet. And J. Diddy, I talked to him today, and he is not washing his feet or changing his socks from now until the 22nd. So, big boy, you better have you some mouthwash. You better have you some toothpaste and toothbrush, because you're kissing his feet. I don't care if I got to drag you by the hair of your head. You're going to kiss his feet that night right there in Luttrell, Tennessee, for all those fans.
Well, that certainly sounds like a main event, and that's going to be a bull run brawl right there in the middle of Bull Run in Luttrell, Tennessee. And as you heard from Lance Blaze, Tripp will have to kiss the dirty, stinky, nasty feet of J. Diddy if they lose the match. But on the other hand, if Lance Blaze and his team lose the match, they lose their opportunity to wrestle here in their hometown. So you'll want to be a part of it on Friday night, October 22nd, Luttrell Park in Luttrell, Tennessee. And we want to mention to you that the tickets of this event, general admission is free. Pack up the car, pack up the van, pack up the bus, your church group, anybody that wants to come out, come on out. Free general admission. You do have the opportunity to sit up close and personal in front row, and those tickets are only $5, and those are available first come, first serve. And those will be
also, if you do want to reserve a front row seat, you can through Facebook. You can get a hold of me and reserve them, or you can get a hold of JoJo, and we'll reserve you front row, and you pay for them when you get there. So I mean that is an option. Also, want to tell you something else we're doing for the kids. This has been such a trying time with viruses and just everything that's been going on in the world. So you're going to have an opportunity when you buy a ticket to have your picture taken with the championship belts there. These aren't fake belts. These aren't, you can go to the dollar store and buy them, Walmart. These are real American-made championship belts. Those belts are going to be on the line there that night, but you can have your picture taken with them. You can have your picture taken with your favorite star. A lot of wrestlers are going to have tables set up selling pictures, and you can get autographs of them. I will personally myself have my dad's pictures on sale there. I will have my pictures on sale there. You're more than welcome to get them. They'll be $2 a piece. Bring a marker with you. We'll sign them. So that is that. Also, I want to go into a special tag team match that's going to be there that night. You've got the Forsaken Angels Guild against Jerry Thunder and the Demon.
Are you saying Forsaken Angels Guild?
Yeah.
Okay.
Whatever they want to call themselves.
Yeah, that's very interesting.
Against Jerry Thunder and the Demon.
Now, where in the world did you dig Jerry Thunder up?
Well,
that's a name
that's irrelevant.
That's a popular name around here.
That's irrelevant, but here's the thing.
In years.
You've got Jerry Thunder. I wouldn't turn my back for 5 seconds on Jerry Thunder because he's going to have you knocked in the head, okay? Yeah. Period. He's rough as they come. He's old school as they come, and he's the dirtiest player in the game. Yeah. Period. And then you've got the Demon, who's just as dirty against the Forsaken Angels Guild. I'm optimistic. I believe Forsaken Angel Guilds go out and give them a run for their money. We'll see.
Oh yeah.
But you can't. You got to understand. There's something Jerry Thunder always has with him. Ever since I was a little boy and I started wrestling, he had that spike. He had a spike that he would hit people with. And if he hits you with that, it's over. You're done. You're done. So I mean, that's going to be an exciting match there. That's a semi-main event that night, and it's a rough one.
I heard rumors of Jerry Thunder dusting off some kind of an old spike that he has. So I wonder if that's the same one.
I think he's scheduled to be on the show here a little bit later and come by and.
What was that? Someone has arrived. Okay, we've had people arrive here, but someone's arrived. It might be Jerry Thunder. I'm sure he comes in. I'm sure his presence will be known
when he comes in.
Here, so.
I'm going out, just so you know. Okay.
We don't want a fight for the owner here, the restaurant. We don't want a fight in the restaurant tonight. So
can we break these tables? Throw some.
Oh yeah.
we will keep the fight away tonight. But just to let you guys know, we are keeping everyone's safety in mind, and we will be following all CDC guidelines. Mask will be available. We'll have mask.
If you want to wear them,
mask available.
Let me say something there. Okay.
I got my mask already.
That is not a have to. Okay. We're not forcing masks on anyone. First of all, understand that. That is optional if you want to wear them. If you've been vaccinated, that's great. If you, whatever the case may be. I've personally been vaccinated. We don't discriminate against. If you want a mask, we have masks available. If you don't want a mask, there's social distancing. We just ask you that you stay at least 6 feet apart from each other, just to be safe. Okay.
Don't get sick.
Yeah.
And we will have masks available. Special thank you to some of our sponsors that have provided those masks for us, and also we will have hand sanitizing stations, and those will be available as well. So you have a great opportunity to come out Friday, October 22nd at 6:30 p.m. We'll open up the park at 5 o'clock that day for you to come in and sit down. We'll have concession stands, souvenirs. We're going to have a wall of memories, which we're going to talk about in just a few minutes, and there might be a way that you can help us with that. So we'll talk about that. But we're going to get off the cuff in just a few moments and off of script, and we're going to talk about some memories of professional wrestling here in Maynardville. But first, Dave Jones and I got here early today, and we went out to Luttrell Park and filmed a promo inside of a promo inside of a promo. So we're going to go to that film right now, and we'll be back in just a moment right here on Wrestle Talk. Wrestling fans, this is ring announcer Joel Lawson, and I'm here with the ever popular Dave Jones. Dave Jones, how you doing?
Well, I'm doing really well, JoJo. It's good to see you again.
You too, sir.
Where are we?
We are at Luttrell Park in Luttrell, Tennessee, and this will be the location of the Big Daddy Boo Memorial Wrestling event, and it's going to take place on Friday night, October the 22nd at 6:30 p.m. And this is kind of a promo inside of a promo. As you've seen, we're at the restaurant now, and we're talking about the event, but earlier today we came out here and we filmed this. So we're excited to talk to you about this. The sun is shining bright out here. It's a beautiful day, but we're excited about it. And Dave, we got a big card coming up. As you guys see on the front here, Big Daddy Boo. Tell you a little bit about Big Daddy Boo. He was a wrestling manager throughout the period of wrestling in the Maynardville area. So from Tri-State Championship Wrestling on up to UCW, on up to ECB, and then you had ECB and UCW, and then of course we also had the Tennessee Wrestling Federation. So Big Daddy Boo was a part of all of that, and Big Daddy Boo this past year had an untimely death, and we wanted to do something in his memory, so we're going to host this big event right here on Friday, October the 22nd. And Dave, look at this lineup. I wonder where they got some of these people from. Man alive.
Lance Blaze, I think I remember him. That's yeah, I remember Lance Blaze.
Oh yeah.
This guy, I don't remember him. J Mac Murray.
J Mac McMurray.
Wait a minute, I know him.
Oh
J
yeah.
Mac. J Mac's gonna be here. Lynn Storm, that's a buddy of yours, isn't it?
Lynn Storm, and he's going to be a part of that Bull Run Brawl. We're going to be telling you about that in just a little bit.
Wow, that'd be wild. Charles Long, Mike Ogle, Tripp, Caleb Miracle.
Oh yeah.
It's all the old guys are coming back. It's going to be a great time there.
We also got Brandon Stone and Brody Cage. They're going to be making a special appearance. Of course, those two guys are in retirement now. But you never know what's up their sleeves. Big Daddy Boo was their manager at one point, and they're going to be here. And Dave, you never know what they're going to do. You never know what kind of things Big Daddy Boo taught them. Because Big Daddy Boo's motto as a manager was cheat to win. So I don't know, but you never can.
It worked for him, man.
And Dave Jones, we've got some familiar faces on the show here. Billy Marshall and Violet Adams.
Remember those guys and girl and guy and girl. Billy Marshall, good guy, and Violet, she's awesome.
And we have the White Scorpion. Now, I don't know if you're familiar with the White Scorpion.
Gosh, no, I remember the name, but I don't think he was there when I was.
The White Scorpion, he was a part of the Maynardville shows from '99 all the way up till 2006, and he also had with him the Highwayman Frankie Lane. And Frankie Lane, Big Mouth. I mean, did I say Big Mouth? Frankie Lane was the manager, of course, of the White Scorpion, and then later on he went to do some singles wrestling. And that night, we'll tell you about one of the matches. That night he will be taking on K-Maga.
Oh man.
But this is a pretty cool stipulation in the match. So we have Sonny Fargo, the fabulous one.
Sonny!
We saw him on Facebook not too long ago. I don't know where we found him, but
wow.
He's going to be here.
Living
and
in a cave, no doubt.
Yeah, he's going to be managing K-Maga.
Oh,
so
wow.
We've seen on Facebook where Sonny has been talking to Frankie Lane. Sonny has some kind of beef with Frankie Lane. And so what we're going to do that night is we're going to have K-Maga go one-on-one with Frankie Lane, and we're going to have Sonny in K-Maga's corner. Now, if K-Maga wins the match and Frankie Lane loses, Sonny Fargo will get a whole 90 seconds in the ring with Frankie Lane to do whatever he wants. No referees, no one, no security around. So that's going to be quite interesting to see.
97 minute and a half.
Yeah.
You know, Sonny could get killed about 3 times.
Yeah, he probably could. You never know what's going to happen. You never know what's going to happen.
Sonny's
with that
a good
one.
guy, man. He'll make it.
We also got Jerry Thunder returning here to Maynardville. Jerry, on down the road here in Blaine, you guys know Jerry Thunder real well. They used to have wrestling matches at for the Cave down there in Blaine, Tennessee.
I remember hearing about that.
So that's been quite a while ago. We got Frankie Lane, the Highwayman, the fabulous Sonny Fargo, Hillbilly Matt is returning. He probably doesn't live too far from here. This one-lane road that brought us here, I'm sure he lives out there somewhere. But K-Maga, and then we've got J Diddy. J Diddy. Now J Diddy is going to be a part of this special Bull Run Brawl. So let's tell you about this Bull Run Brawl. It's going to be the main event on October 22nd, and basically it's a 6-man tag, no holds barred, falls count anywhere. And we heard from Lance earlier in the week, and right up behind the venue here where we're going to have the event, there's a park, and Lance said he was going to beat Charles Muse from the ring all the way up to the slides. So you never know what's going to happen. Oh.
I better be able to go mobile that night.
Oh,
Sounds like it's going to be wild.
It's going to be real wild.
Real wild.
Also, I'll be there along with Mr. Berkeley. Mr. Berkeley was the promoter of ECB Championship Wrestling. That name is very interesting, ECB. So it stands for Eugene Chris Berkeley. So that was the name of the show, ECB Championship Wrestling. Mr. Berkeley, of course, the Godfather, as many people know him.
I remember that.
He's going to be a part of this big event. You'll want to be here. You want to see him. And he's going to be coming out. And I have a suspicion that we might have a special guest general manager that night. And I've heard some rumors that Mr. Berkeley was showing up for that purpose, but I'm not sure. And will he have the family with him? You know, you've seen in Maynardville where the Godfather music played and the family walked out with the black and the red ties and all that stuff. So you never know. Also, we're going to have AJ here, and then referee Otis will be here.
Otis!
You remember Otis, right?
Yeah.
Otis, we were in a place, a town, and they were having a festival, and they had the Mayberry Day at the festival, and some guy came up and said, "Tom, can you play Otis for us?" And he tried to do the best drunk he could do, but it was it was quite interesting. But Dave, it's going to be a big show. As you guys can see, we have all the info here on the poster. We're going to be putting these posters out in the community, and of course during the talk show there at the restaurant, you've heard us talk about it, and we're going to talk about it some more. Now, you have the opportunity to get up close and personal that night with a front row seat. The front row seats are only $5. That's all ages, only $5 for the front row seats. Now, we will have several general admission seats. Now, those general admission seats are absolutely free. So pack up the pickup truck, pack up your car, the van, bring your whole family, the friends, your school, your church, whoever out to the wrestling match right here on the 22nd.
Old Mall, Conestoga wagon, bring it too.
Now, something that we want to point out is that CDC guidelines will be followed. Masks are recommended, and then we'll have a mask available, and then hand sanitizing stations located here throughout. And as a matter of fact, Dave Jones has a.
I'm ready.
What's on this mask here?
It's Jerry Garcia's hand.
Oh wow, that's an interesting mask. So, of course. Dave Jones and I are safe. You know, we're good, but we're excited about this, and we want to make sure everyone is safe. So we'll have those CDC guidelines in place for each and every one of you. And if you feel like social distancing, as you can see, we got plenty of room for that.
Lots of distance out here.
We're gonna have a concession stand that night: pizza, hot dogs, popcorn, cold drinks, candy. You can come out and feed the family and enjoy professional wrestling action at its best. And of course, a special thank you to Agenda Home Video. They're going to be bringing this all to your TV screen. Dave Jones and I will be hosting that event that night on commentary, and that's going to be interesting. We haven't done that in a long time,
It has
Dave,
been a
so.
while there.
I think we were at Seymour Primary School the last time.
You just got out for a play period and came over and did commentary.
Yeah.
So it worked out great.
It was fun, but we're excited about it, looking forward to the opportunity, and it's going to be a nice night. We've been keeping up with the weather forecast, but of course we're under the pavilion up there, so it's plenty of room. A special thank you to Showtime Ring Rentals. We're going to be having a ring here suitable enough for all this action. It's going to be big. 6 big matches on the card, and really, honestly, you never know who's going to show up. We have a lineup of guys that's going to be here, and gals that's going to be here that day, but you never know who might pop in.
Let me tell you, the most important person showing up,
you, the wrestling
those guys
fans
out there, you need to come. It's one-time event for in remembrance of Big Daddy Boo, but you know, hey, I'd like to see wrestling come back to Maynardville. Wouldn't that be great?
It'd be great, and we want to see wrestling return, because Maynardville, for a long time, they're already calling us about the big shows.
I'm pocket dialing.
So yeah, we're getting phone calls and messages about the big show coming up, and we're excited about it. My phone's been ringing off the hook about this show, and I appreciate that. And everyone involved, special thank you to Lance for getting all this organized, and
the whole Thomas family, man.
And our hearts and condolences go out to Lance and Brandon and Zachary, Chelsea, Peyton, and Dylan, and the whole Thomas family for their recent loss. And we wanted to do something to give back to Big Daddy Boo for all that he's done for us, and that's going to be this Big Daddy Boo memorial event. And as you said a minute ago, the most important person that was going to be here is you. Right. So make your plans to join us right here. I'll be here along with Dave Jones, all the stars on this poster. Guys. And we look forward to seeing you. If you need more information on this event, be sure to email bookjoellawson@gmail.com. That's BOOKJOELLAWSON. And I'll get back with you if you need seats reserved, ringside, front row, whatever the case. I'll get back with you. We'll take care of that. But we're going to head back over to the restaurant where we are. Of course, this was a promo inside of a promo inside of a promo. And this phone is ringing off the hook, but we'll see you right here at Luttrell Park, Luttrell, Tennessee, 115 Park Road at 6:30 on Friday, October the 22nd. Well, Dave, I'm excited about it. It is going to be Friday, October 22nd, and you and I were over there. The sun was shining on us. It was beautiful, and it's going to be beautiful that night right there at Luttrell Park, and we can't wait. It's going to be
That's a great place up there. How'd you guys get such a wonderful place there?
I was born and raised here in Union County. All over Union County is beautiful. No other place I'd rather be. Sure, you can have the big city lights in Knoxville or wherever, but it's not that home feeling, and you've not got to worry about all the loudness and violence. It's a good place to be. But there will be violence that night in Luttrell, Tennessee, because I'm telling you, Mike Ogle, Charles Long, Tripp, you'll be lucky to walk out of Luttrell.
There's some kind of commotion going on at the front door.
That's probably Jerry Thunder trying to get in.
What in the world is going on?
Well, hopefully they'll hold him for a few minutes. You never know about Jerry Thunder.
Some kind of commotion going on here at the restaurant.
El Mariachi's.
El Mariachi's. And we hope we can get that under control. We're not sure what's going on over there. But lots of things coming up that night. We also want to mention to you the wrestlers, all of the stars that will be on the show. Lance did it a little bit earlier, but of course we got Lance Blaze and J. Mac McMurray. Of course, Jonathan McMurray. And he and Lance were a tag team here in Maynardville for several years. And they'll meet once again as a tag team in that Bull Run Brawl with Lynn Storm. And they will take on Tripp, Mr. Excitement. Mr. Excitement is what he wants to be called. Charles Long.
He'll be Mr. Dull when I get done with you. And I hope you're listening, Charles Long. I hope you're listening.
And Mike Ogle. And we also...
You know, I will say this. Those boys have ran together for many years. They got a lot of history behind them. Mike Ogle and Charles Long. So, I mean, no doubt it's going to be a tough match. It's going to be a tough fight. But I can promise you, I'm not giving up. I'm doing this for who? This man right here. Right here. This guy right here. So if you think for 1 minute I'm going to walk in and take it easy. This ain't about lacing no boots up. This ain't about putting no wrestling tights on. It's a Bull Run Brawl. And anybody that's from Bull Run, Tennessee, in Luttrell knows what a Bull Run Brawl is. So whether it may be boots or it may be shorts, it may be jeans, it doesn't matter. I'm coming for a fight, and I'm coming to win. Okay? I'm coming to take care of business. It's going to be an end of an era that's been waiting many years to happen. Many, many years. You boys ran up the road, down the road, talking about how bad you are and what you've done. Well, I'm going to show you. I'm not going to talk about what I'm doing or what I've done. I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you that night in Luttrell, Tennessee.
All right. Well, I think we need to have somebody address this commotion. We're gonna ask Lance to go in because Lance is the biggest one here, and muscles and everything. So we're gonna have him go address. But Lance is gonna be coming back. We're gonna address what's going on, but he's gonna be coming back with us here in just a little bit. So hopefully, don't leave and leave us here with commotion. But there's something going on, and we're gonna have Lance go and check on that. See. We got some security guys back here too, and hopefully.
Need some help. I'll send Judge over.
Oh, I don't know about that.
If I need help, I know where the Union County finest are.
All right.
I bet he does.
Probably over at Rocky Top. No, they're not there right now.
We're going to be back in just a moment. Lance is going to go check on that commotion and see what's going on. Somebody has arrived here to El Mariachi Mexican restaurant, so we're going to check on that, and we'll be right back in just a moment.